So I think we know at this point already that The Sims 2 is hands down one of the best in its franchise. If you played it, you know. If you haven't, you're about to see. So if you're not aware of my Sims 2 series that I have on this channel for my Pleasant View save file, I will link the playlist down below in the description. But essentially, it's like a rotational gameplay where I play on my own free time and play a lot of the townies that are in this world, like Don Lothario, Daniel Pleasant, the Broke family, the Dreamer family, the Goth family. Pretty much everyone in this town I have played through, and they're all getting older and they're about to die, and their offspring, their children and their grandchildren are starting to kind of come up in their age and where I can start playing with them more. But I will tell you a little bit of a backstory about these Sims, more so Scarlet, because like I said, Scarlet is a piece of work. She has a lot of history in this town, more so her mother and her father, and amongst other people. But I think I'm going to start with a foundation because I think a foundation will set the standard of a home. And I want to go with something simple and nothing too crazy because I think it's important to have a simple house with a simple backstory. Now, I'm going to date back to the first time I played through this fully on stream. And it was around, I think, 2017 when I first started doing this Pleasant View rotational gameplay style. And my rotational is not really what you think rotational. It's kind of like I'll play a different household each time when I feel like it, but I still try to keep all the ages the same depending on the story that I want to tell. Now, personally with Scarlet, her mother is Caitlin Linkert, which Caitlin was the maid of Daniel Pleasant of the Pleasant household with, Mary Sue and Daniel Pleasant and Lilith and Angela Pleasant. Now, here's the bad thing about all of this. Let's just say Daniel Pleasant is a good for nothing deadbeat dad that I do not like him at all. He's so awful when it comes to like relationships, and I always felt he was trying too hard or like trying to be someone he's not when it came to his relationship with Mary Sue. Because Mary Sue, I find she has no emotion, which honestly, I do not blame her. Daniel is awful. And I find that the whole relationship was just like a Ponzi scheme amongst his parents, saying you should get married to someone, that and who's likable-ish, but also equally in a sense that will make more money than you. And ultimately that was Mary Sue. So it kind of helped him along the way. And they got married, they had 2 kids, yada, yada, yada. But then, the whole gist of, relationships, and they end up being stale after a couple of years. Like the next 10 years of your marriage, it could become stale. You got to shake things up a little bit. And Daniel did that such thing with the maid. But Mary Sue was oblivious to the whole thing. She did not understand at all, did not care, to be honest. But it kind of gotten to the point where she felt that something was going on, but didn't really know what was happening. So when it came down to Daniel Pleasant kind of getting together with Caitlin Langrack, I would have to say that it resulted in him being very distant towards his kids and his wife and pretty much everyone in the town. But that did not stop him from making money. But now here's the thing, with Daniel Pleasant, he has this like type of reputation that you wouldn't think that was what would result into, love affairs and everything. But in reality, it kind of did. And so what pushed him towards that is that he needed some type of like fun in his life because Mary Sue was just cold-hearted, did not really want to do anything at all in a sense. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that Daniel kind of did this upon himself and he needed something that would push him to his next, I guess, business opportunity. I don't know what he was thinking, but he just did something and it made it awful. The way Mary Sue found out about him cheating was through Lilith Pleasant. So basically, Mary Sue divorced, and then he proposed right in front of her, and they moved in together into like a small little shack near, I think it was Don Lothario at the time. And so fast forward a couple of years, mainly more so like 2 years in that life, is that Caitlin had the baby, but in that 2 years time span, not only did Caitlin move out of living with Daniel, she also kind of moved to Blue Water Village by herself, found some other people to hang out with and, date. But also Daniel started dating Don Lothario. But here's the thing, Don Lothario was married or dating to Cassandra and also Nina. because Dawn had a kid with Nina and Cassandra all at the same time, like literally in the same time period, which is ridiculous. But what I'm saying here is that those who cheated on separate people, they got together because I felt like their relationship blossomed over the years, and I wanted to progress into their relationship to see where it would go. Well, that it didn't last long anyway, which I'll tell you in a different video. But I think that with wait, this looks nice. I like but with everything that happened with Caitlyn slowly came to terms that she is not fit for motherhood whatsoever. She felt that she was stuck. She felt that she couldn't move forward with her life, and she felt that it was time to give up her child to Daniel Pleasant, which kind of helped in a way. But what was sad about Scarlett, she felt that she wasn't wanted or needed or heard or seen in the household, because not only did she have one sibling, she had like 3 other siblings. And that kind of made her sad, because Daniel was focusing a lot more on, Angela and Lilith, more so Angela. And then around the time when Scarlett came into the picture, they had already adopted another kid, Dawn and Daniel. And this kid was named Sonya Dor Pleasant. And it kind of like shifted the focus where she felt that she just wasn't belong. So she got emancipated, moved out of her parents' house, more so just Daniel and Dawn, and decided to go ahead and progress into her university life. So I moved her to university, which forced her to automatically be pushed into a young adulthood, which is what happens when you go to university in The Sims 2. But I think that what is so cool about Scarlett is that all that, sadness and hatred towards, Daniel and all the other kids of her siblings, it kind of allowed her to focus a lot more on her. And when Jared Sands came into the picture, it was like really, really good for her, because she needed someone that kind of helped her along the way. And not only did Daniel kind of see that of Scarlett not feeling wanted, it kind of had their relationship kind of decreasing very, very quickly. But with everything that was Scarlett, with her being in a drama major and Jared being a business major, they were like, why not go into business for ourselves and work together and live together, because they were already dating anyway. So it made perfect sense for them to, again, buy this shop. With Scarlett, with her degree, this might allow her to see where she can go with it. But then with the business degree on Jared's side, is that since they have the property, this could give them the option to probably pursue a bakery and also a clothing store with a mixture of financial advice. Because what I've noticed is that I think I don't know who has it. It's one of the 2 Sims. I can't remember if it's Scarlett or Jared, but I know one of them can actually do financial advice, and it might be Jared. Now, for the furnishing for this house, I literally have no idea. I think I might go with a small furnishing, because I want to make it a ready to move in house, because they don't got that much money left anyway, and I want to make sure they have enough money to cover their business expenses while pursuing their careers in entrepreneurship. So I'm going to get this couch. It's a worthy investment. I think I like it enough to have one. I do need a phone, and I do need a security alarm so we don't get robbed in the middle of the night like somebody else. That's a good TV, but I also like this TV. It's smaller and it can work, but I think I might go with this one. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think I'm going to use it just because I like it enough. Yeah, we'll go with this one because I think it's the IKEA one, and a part of me wants to recreate this in The Sims 4, because I started making custom content and I feel like I can do it, but I don't know. I just might. Ooh, I just might. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, I got carried away, but hopefully the storyline kind of makes sense to you all and kind of where I'm headed with everything, because when I tell you the save file is so jacked uply crazy, it is, because the way it started was so wholesome and so nice and less confusing. But you know who I blame? Don Lothario. And Don Lothario is the sole reason why this save file is so messed up, because not only does he have a kid with Cassandra Goth, which tied in the Goth family, he also had a kid with Nina Caliente, and then later on in his eldership with Dina Caliente. One thing led to another. He now has 5 kids by 4 different people. 1 by Cassandra, 2 by Dina, 1 by Nina, and then, well, technically he has twins by Dina, which is 2, 1 by Cassandra, 1 by Dina, 1 by Nina, 2 by Dina, 1 by Cassandra, that's 4, and then 1 adopted through Dawn and Daniel, which is Sonya Dor, so that's 5 kids by 4 different people. Okay, I had to think for a split second because I'm like, excuse me, where is this going? But for the sake of the timeline with Scarlet and her father and her mother, is that I want her to repatch things with her father more than her mother because her mother gave her up when she was 2, and to her father. But what made it so traumatic for Scarlet is that Scarlet felt hurt and afraid of her mother, not only because she tried, her mother, Caitlin, not only tried to make her father look like a bad father, which he wasn't. He was the best father you could ever have. Caitlin did every single thing wrong when it came to realizing that she wasn't going to be a mother, or like she didn't want to become a mother. But around the time when Scarlet became, like 8 years old and like 10 years old, Caitlin had a change of heart and it's like, I want to be a mother again. I want Scarlet back for myself. And she signed so many papers of not wanting to have the kid again and not wanting to take care of Scarlet anymore. She gave all of her rights to Daniel, and he had all rights to, refuse, which he did for sure, 100%. And I think what happened was that Scarlet was scared because Caitlin needed to find some way to get her back. And Caitlin basically, let's say, called SPS, Sims Protective Services, on Daniel so many times, 14 times, on Daniel in his own home, saying he was an unfit father, went to his house on multiple occasions on multiple counts of showing that he was an unfit father, planted things into his house, told Daniel so many different things, so many different, problems that she was having, like Caitlin herself, but also wanted to get back together and wanted to, further the relationship more. Lies, all lies. I don't know what I want to put in here. I think I might leave this empty, but now I want to put a plant. Let's put another plant right there. More plants, the better. Yeah. I want to give her the sewing machine that came with, I think, free time, I believe, which I think it is right. Where did it go? Where's the sewing machine? Here it is. I want the sewing machine, and I'll put it like right here. They should have enough room, but now I'm thinking I should put it like right here on this side because they should be able to get through around all of that. Let's put the chair. Actually, let's get this chair. It'd be an old-timey chair. It should scoot in. Yeah. So they should be able to get over here. Let's see. Scarlet, would you come inside? Okay, yeah, she can get over there. Perfect. Go over here now. Thank you. Jared, get out of the house. I'm not done. Get out of the house. No, Scarlet, do not move. Do not move. Nope. Stop. Thank you. No, Scarlet, y'all go over here. Get off the ground. I think I'm actually kind of done with this whole area. Like I said, I want to keep it very minimal and simple, but I need to add in their degrees onto the wall because Jared, like I said, he had got his diploma, saved the sheep. Interesting. But he got summa cum laude, so 4.0 GPA, and then Scarlet got cum laude, which is, one below that. So she has the little and local diploma and then this one right here. So I don't know if my Sims can actually do anything with that, but let's put their diploma or their deed to their job or their business basically on the wall right here. Their book for Scarlet, I might actually put it on her bedside table, which makes sense. Now, here's the thing. With their aspiration benefits, this is actually going to progress their story a little bit more. But what I'm trying to do is that Scarlet has the knowledge aspiration, but she had enough aspiration points to get a second aspiration. So I gave her the fortune aspiration, which will allow us to go into the fortune track and start doing financial advice for cash, money. But I want her to be a very skilled negotiator, so we're not going to go to the work track because she's not really going to have any career after that. But we're going to do this for Scarlet. And then for Jared, he doesn't really have anything. He already went through the whole work track anyway. He had the knowledge aspiration, but he got enough for a secondary one, and I got him the family aspiration. Now for the wallpaper, that's where I'm gonna get stuck, but I know what wallpaper I want throughout the entire house on the inside, because I end up going with the same ones all the time, and something that I've noticed a lot, because I've been playing the Sims Pet Stories, Castaway Stories, and Life Stories on Twitch a lot, that I've noticed that with the Sims Stories franchise, there's a lot of objects in those games that are not in the regular Sims 2 game, that I'm like, why don't we have them here? They are the best items I've ever seen in my entire life. Some objects, some wallpaper look really cool. And I'm just like, can we have that now? That would be really nice. Now, honestly, this house does not look that bad. It has a lot of room for improvement in a way. And I think that I can do a lot more work with it, of course. But as of right now, they are limited on the budget. I've used literally their entire fund of 40,000 simoleons and more so. I don't know, building in The Sims 2 is like quite difficult, but it's also equally fun because you never know what to expect, but it's something that I like to do. The Sims 2 is what I call a bit of a challenge. And I'm broke again. Oh my goodness, why am I always so broke? What can I sell? What can I sell? Maybe actually we'd take out the medicine cabinet in here in this bathroom because we don't really need it. 280, yeah. So we'll sell that medicine cabinet and just put a regular mirror instead. Yeah, let's add a regular mirror, like right there. There we go. But either way, as always, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below. As always, did you like the house? Do you like the story that I told? Is it confusing? Does it make any sense? It probably doesn't, but that's okay. It doesn't make any sense to me either way. But for the most part, I had a lot of fun telling the story of like what I've been doing so far for the past couple of years in this save file and what has happened so far. And I'm looking forward to the next video for The Sims 2. But either way, as always, I hope you all enjoyed it and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!